Image that I want to talk about is Mariku Mori's Play With Me. And I really like this image because of the blurry men walking into this toy store where there's this kind of like unemotional female in this like sexy robot outfit, like standing still outside. And I thought it was interesting that she's this robot dressed up outside of this toy store. And so immediately I thought, okay, maybe she's critiquing like sexualization of women, but also maybe she's just Harajuku, like it's a common Japanese like dressing up. So I thought maybe that was it. Um, I don't know. I just really like this image because it's candid, but it's not. It's a performance piece. Um, the only thing that I didn't like about this image, for whatever reason, it really bothered me, was that that the ground is like slanted, and so it's not completely straight on, which makes it seem like some passerby or just like snap the image. The next image that I want to talk about was Wolfgang Tillmans' um, Frank Ocean image of Frank Ocean, or for his album cover Blonde. I really like this image because of the light that's coming in from the right side, and you can't really tell if he's. It seems like he's in a shower, but you can't tell if he's covering his face because he's crying or he's like covering his face to guard from the light. I I thought it was interesting that although the album is called Blonde, on the album cover it's spelled without an e, and I thought this was interesting because this is like the masculine version of the word. And so going back to the image, I wondered if maybe this was a commentary on masculinity and males, male masculinity, and the ability to like express emotion, or maybe the inability to express emotion in our society. So I really like this image. I also thought it's interesting that he's has green hair and the album's blonde. Um, the next image that I'd like to talk about is Rain, um, by Niikuni Seichi. And I really like this image because of its simplicity. And I don't mean that in like a, obviously it's a complex piece and it like provokes a lot of thought, but in terms of it doesn't use many different, it's the lines and then the kanji character of Rain, or Ame. Um, this one, although as I said, it seems to be the most simple, it provoked the most thought for me. And I like this image because you can feel a sense of heaviness and the connotation with the word rain. Like it seems like there's a lot more power to it. My only critique is, for whatever reason, I really don't like that there's this little caption at the bottom that has the character and the English meaning, the English translation. I feel like it kind of like limits the the like how much thought it provokes, and it'd be more interesting if maybe like the viewer had to go figure out like what's that character. But I really do like this image. The next image that I like to talk about is David Hammond's Blizzard Ball Sale. I really like this image because you can't really tell when it was taken. So it could have been taken either like 40 years ago or 4 years ago. Um, I like the irony in it. I think it's funny. He's selling snowballs in the middle of a blizzard, and I think that I looked into this artist, and he does a lot of work, just kind of ironic work like this, like paying people. He did an exhibit where people paid to come and see artwork that he covered up. So he obviously, viewer interaction plays a large role in like what he does, and I just really like this image. I like the colors in it. I like the outfit that the man's wearing. It's a performance piece, so there's everything I feel like is intentional. My only critique of the image is I wish that maybe it wasn't so close up, or that there was some sort of like other human interaction. So the last image that I'd like to talk about is Helen Martin's Drunk Brown House. And I really like this image just because of how like passionate it seemed. It just was seemed like this outpour of like creativity, and there's all these different mediums being used and different versions of houses, and it's this using the idea, very loose idea of the house, and just kind of tearing that idea apart, but also kind of keeping it together. I'm not sure how to explain it, but I really like this image. I liked how there's this frame, and then there's this piece outside the frame. So it's like this attempt to keep it contained, and then this very obvious um, part of the image that's not contained. I really liked this swirl of color. My only critique is that I wish there was maybe more bright color in this piece, because some of it gets muddled and it's hard to really even tell what things are. There's this drawing down here, and it's really interesting, and um, I really like it because I like pieces that you have to look at a lot, and nothing is right or wrong, and every idea is just creates another idea, and I just really liked how obscure and abstract this piece was.